Kingston Village is like a new part of Cedar Rapids, is that right? Has it always been Kingston Village,
I
or?
believe it has. It's kind of a revamp on an existing.
Like you hit a reboot.
Yeah,
You
kind
had
of like a restart.
You had the flood years and years ago,
Yep.
and it really impacted this part of town.
Yes.
And now there's this new development going on all over the place, and really the cornerstone of it all is Big Grove, Cedar Rapids.
Yes.
This place just opened in, what, December of 23, right?
Yeah, December 14th of 2023.
I like that you've got it down to the exact date.
Yes.
Exact
A
date.
lot of planning went into that day.
How active were you in the planning before the doors opened? When did you get on board with all of this?
I knew probably that I was coming up here late last summer. It was
Right.
kind of that decision was made so that I was talking about bar plans, working on it. I was actually running the Iowa City tap room before this.
Right.
So I kind of transitioned up here right around Thanksgiving time.
How did the great work you did in Iowa City inform what you're doing here?
Yeah, that and Des Moines is just opening the Des Moines tap room 18 months before we opened here, gave
Right.
us that fresh set of eyes, you know. It's hard to believe that Iowa City is almost 7 years old now.
That is hard to believe.
And the Des Moines information was very helpful as far as what we did well there, what we could have improved on, and as far as helping us do
Yeah.
better here.
Every centimeter of this place is brand new construction.
Correct. This is
So that's like a first for Big Grove, right?
Solon. This would be the first one since
Since
Solon.
Solon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Solon had an existing structure which they took down and then built that one.
Okay.
In the image that they wanted, and this is the first one in 10 plus years that we got to say this is what we want it to look like.
That's got to present itself with some challenges, but probably a lot more. Oh my God! Thank God we're not dealing with somebody else's floor plan, right?
Yeah, I mean, Iowa City's fantastic, right? Des Moines is amazing, and then when you see the artwork with the Chevrolet concepts and with
Right.
the Big Grove,
Right.
it has a piece of history, that building. But yeah, we got to do whatever we wanted with this one, and with that is a lot of pressure. Like, hey, this is exactly what you wanted it to look like. Go do it.
What's crazy as a fan of Big Grove is when you go to Iowa City or Des Moines or Cedar Rapids, it's crazy to me that you guys have somehow figured out how to thread that needle into making sure that everything is consistent and yet completely unique to the space that it occupies.
Absolutely.
Des Moines feels like Des Moines,
Yeah.
Iowa City feels like Iowa City, and this certainly feels like Cedar Rapids. How do you do that?
It's about the community, right? They each have their different identities and what they're looking for, right? And we're very focused on that. So when we're doing a project like this, it's not, this is Big Grove, Cedar Rapids. This is Cedar Rapids, Big Grove. Like, what
Right.
do we want to do for that? So
Right.
here, with all of the Czech and German background that you find, leads to open fermentation vesseling, and a lot of it's the lager house, where as a lot of our mainstays have been IPA, sours, and that this is for Cedar Rapids, and with that we need to make sure that it has a Cedar Rapids identity.
So there is a consistency in the experience, but also there's an inconsistency, and that inconsistency is driven by intent.
Yeah, we want a uniqueness, right? Like if you want to go see all 4 Big Groves, I want you to have 4 different experiences at each one
Right.
that are true to the location that you're at. So
It's kind of like when you go to Disney World, and then you go to Epcot, and then you go to the MGM Studios.
Yeah.
It's like you're at Disney the whole time,
Yeah,
but they're radically different places.
you have a great time at each one, right? But you get a different experience at each one.
There is that. The experience here, it seems to me like you've kind of modeled this on a European beer hall.
Yes.
Is that
This
intentional?
definitely
The vibe you're going for
our
is
back space is referred to as the lager hall.
Oh,
The front space up here with the picnic tables there is our inside beer garden,
Okay.
and that is very much the inspiration of what you're seeing out there.
so you've got both of those things going on, and then the outdoor space. I don't know anyone that does outdoor spaces better than Big Grove. The idea where you are outside, getting fresh air, but you're not completely in the elements. What's the thought process when you're putting together the outside spaces at these places?
You want it to be beautiful and unique. You want it to be an experience, right? But you're also in Iowa. So the spring is great, the fall is great,
Yeah.
but that summer you don't want to be completely exposed to all the elements.
The beer is delicious. Of course, you know, Solon and Iowa City also have great food. Des Moines has great food. I imagine that's the case here.
I'm biased, but yes, I believe so.
Well, you're not going to come on the show and say the food is so-so. But explain to us what kind of food you have here.
Yeah, so we have kind of that mixture. Some of those staples that you see at all the locations, the pretzel, the burger, right? And then you get into the brewer's board, and you start seeing some of the sausage elements that we do. You start seeing some of that Czech German background that we're talking about, trying to get the uniqueness to Cedar Rapids and give it its own touch.
Can I ask you about your neighbors, the
Pickle Palace?
The Pickle Palace.
Yes.
What is that?
They got a massive building over there. They got indoor pickleball courts, as that is all the rage right now. They got a bar, restaurant. They got all kinds of stuff. It's a beautiful building.
Wow.
They've done a really fantastic job over there, and we're really excited. If you come here to see Big Grove, go check out Pickle Palace. If you come to see Pickle Palace, come check out Big Grove. Get a nice combination of everything.
Cedar Rapids, Big Grove,
Yeah.
not Big Grove, Cedar Rapids.
I won't yell at you either way you call
All
it.
right, just
but
listen. Just get to Cedar Rapids, get to Big Grove, stop on by and check it out, because they're really check it out. You see what I did there? Just a phenomenal space. Blown away by all the work that you've done here.
Thank you very
Keep
much.
up the good work.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Cheers. This place is massive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd heard it was big, and obviously when you're named Big Grove, I guess we should expect that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But this place is just a massive facility in the heart of Des Moines.